Thank you for watching.
Before we jump in, I wanted to point out that while I have 5.8 thousand subscribing viewers, there are over 18,000 of you who watch but are not yet subscribed. Please do me a quick favor. Hit that like button if you're into fashion dolls and foolery, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on any new videos. All right, let's get into it.
In this video, we're going to unbox and review Silkstone Barbie clones. Let's take a closer look. This is the shipper for the Silkstone Barbie clone dolls. And yes, it actually came with a shipper. The box is kind of crushed. But let's see. Ooh, what we've got in here. We've got two of our dolls here. And you can see they are wrapped in plastic. And we've got a raven and a pink-haired Silkstone Barbie clone. So let's actually start with this, and this is right here. 1/6 Supermodel Doll Figures Joints Movable Solid Doll Vintage Face. Aha! That's how they're doing it. Vintage Face. All right, so let's see if we can get her open. Take a look. So as you can see, she does come on the Xian Xian Princess doll body, which is a nu.face ripoff. And I'm just going to remove this here and take a look and see. Her head is actually pretty soft here. And let's go in. Ooh, look at that. Am I seeing a bald spot? Ooh, child. Put this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Look at that. Ooh, child. That's not good. Not good. But you can see she's got the vintage face sculpt. And it looks like her painting is just screening is just a little bit off here. And she's got her beauty mark. But she looks a lot like a Silkstone. I will say they did a pretty good job with this sculpt here. And let's go in so that we could see the screening up close. And she's actually kind of pretty. I actually like her, except for I'm worried about that little bald spot up there. But I actually like her a lot. Really cute. And you can see she has her ears pre-pierced. I'm going to pull back so that we can take a look at the second doll that I received, which is the pink-haired one. So she says pretty much the same thing on her as the other. And looks like, oops, she's already kind of open. So let's get this. Oop, she is just flipping. Look at her. And then get this off. And she's got the same body. Let's pull back some of her hair, which does feel it's not saran, that's for sure. But it does feel soft. But yeah, really very nice. But let's go in, of course, on the screening. And it's actually very pretty. And you can see it actually looks like it's very similar. I'm going to compare her to the other one in just a second. But I did want you to see how she looks. Let's go in even more and take a look. Very pretty. Very pretty. And I do kind of like those pre-pierced ears as well. And she's got the beauty mark as well. I'm going to pull back, and it looks like her hair actually is a lot better than the raven one, but I want to compare them both together just to kind of see if their screenings are the same. And they look like, yeah, the screenings are identical. It's just that they changed the hair color with these dolls. So I wanted to do a comparison of an actual Silkstone Barbie with the Silkstone Barbie clones. And as you can see, because of the clone body, which actually has better articulation in my opinion than the actual Silkstone Barbie, you can see that they are taller. Also, of course, the skin tone is different, but the faces are very similar. It looks like Barbie's is just a little fuller, as you can see, but it's actually still very similar, just a little bit more, maybe, what's the word, exaggerated. So as you can see with the side profile, it's actually very similar. And I'm actually just going to go in here so that you can see the differences in them. Obviously the height, but as you can see, they're very similar. You can just see maybe the fullness in the face of the Silkstone, but other than that, they are pretty much identical. Let's do a 360 of the Barbie Silkstone clone with the vintage head sculpt. So obviously these dolls do not come with clothing or shoes or with a display stand. These are just borrowed from my collection so that we can show you her and you can see how long her hair is. But let's go in, of course, on the screening right there. And I tried my best to kind of hide that bald spot, but as you can see, it ain't going nowhere. So I'm going to need some Photoshop. You can see her screening is actually really very pretty. I like the vintage look of it. You can see her hair is pretty full there at least, but just not in the front. But let's take a closer look, of course, at her face. Really very pretty. I just need to do something about that hair. And that is the 360 of the clone Barbie Silkstone with the vintage head sculpt. Let's do a 360 of the Barbie Silkstone clone with the vintage head sculpt. So the doll with the pink hair seems to have more hair than the one with the black hair that I had. I'm not seeing bald spots, but we'll go in close and take a look. So of course, let's go in on her screening and you can see that there. Very pretty. I mean, obviously a clone, but pretty. You can see her hair nice and full. And I am not seeing any bald spots, which is great. And let's go and take a look at that face again. Really pretty. I like the screening with the hair color. And that is the 360 of the pink-haired Barbie Silkstone clone with the head from the vintage. Let's welcome our panel. First we have fashion icon and queen of Mattel, Barbie. Next we have model, actress, and fashion maven, Poppy Parker. And last but never least, actress, model, singer, and Jason Wu's original muse, ALYSA Rodriguez. So ladies, what are your thoughts on the Barbie Silkstone clones with the vintage faces? Barbie, I'm going to start with you, and I see that you already have a note for us. And you say, I come in couture, she comes in cellophane. And Poppy, you have a note for us. And you say, the same sour face with an upgraded body.
Oh, no, she didn't.
And Alyssa, it looks like you have a note just for me. And you say, instead of a silkstone, you got poly pebble stone. Well, ladies, I think you're quite interesting. All right, well, thank you, panel. So these Barbie Silkstone clone dolls are a lot of fun. One thing I did not mention is that their feet fit Barbie shoes, so that's actually a real easy to do. And I'm not talking about I'm talking about the ones with the high heel, not of course the flat-footed ones. But they're both really actually very pretty. I think their faces are rather severe, but that actually adds to me the beauty and the intensity of them and makes them a little bit more highfalutin. Now, of course, you get what you pay for, which is how I ended up with this bald spotted girl. But I'm thinking, you know, maybe with some Photoshop magic, I'll be able to kind of fill that in. I will say that of all of the Supermodel dolls from the AliExpress, these were the ones I found that to be the most expensive. So normally I might just replace one just so easily, but because she costs a little bit more, I may not do that and just hold on to what I have. But I think they're a lot of fun. And one thing I will say is that although I do prefer the body of the Silkstone, like the way the body is shaped, I love, love, love the articulation on these stolen bodies from Integrity Toys, just because they have a lot more posability and playability than normal Silkstone dolls do. So it's kind of really a mixed bag. But then again, you always have to remember, you get what you pay for. So you're taking a chance, rolling that dice when you go on AliExpress. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Also, if you like this video, please make sure that you click the like button, because that's how I know that you like my videos. And if you have not yet subscribed, do it today. There's a little button somewhere down there. You'll press that with the notification bell, and then you'll get notified of when I come up with new videos like this one. So thanks again for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.